Yeah, I'm ecstatic about that. Yeah, I know.
It really does. Like, so I'm going to be in agony tomorrow. So it does.
Like hanging on
Yeah,
you.
you pull growth.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, thanks for coming today to our Academy K session with Max. So he is a great friend of mine and also pretty impressive endurance athlete, and sort of hopefully as of next year, fingers crossed, going to be on Team GB. That's the goal.
That is the goal.
So Max is just going to be here today to give us a little bit of talk about what he does, what inspires him to change his life, the amount he has to make his life a bit more active. And then anyone who's keen, we're going to go out for just a bit of a rundown to Blackfriars, a bit of a 10-minute, like how we can get the most out of our workout session. So it'll be really good for anyone who wants to come along. Open session, ask as many questions as you can or want to. This is just to benefit all of us to look at something a bit different on a Thursday afternoon.
Thank you. So firstly, this is True Dog, who's my running and training buddy. Yeah, she gets a lot more attention than I do. When Jolene says team like GB stuff, my sport is endurance sports. So lots of you will have heard of triathlons and Ironman and stuff like that. If you do an Ironman, you know, as tough as they may be, you still have the pleasure of being done within an afternoon. My stuff, we are talking about 100-mile runs, 24-hour races, the kind of stuff that no one talks about. So no one, even if I was Team G, you would never even know about it because A, no one wants to see someone do that for that amount of time, and it's not quite the glamorous kind of side of sport. But just to go through what I do and how I train and races very quickly. At any point, if there's a question, I'm sure someone's already thinking why. Well, most of you are already thinking why. You can stick your hand up any time, ask away. I will try and answer as best I can. So to start, we will try and address that. The races that I do are usually 50 or 100 miles. So that is pretty much the top end of kind of endurance sports. And it literally is the definition of endurance. So you might think, well, what do you do? Kind of, when do you stop? Kind of, when do you eat? It's basically non-stop, eating whilst running or walking. The only time you kind of get a bit of a rest is if there's a hill. Ironically, you end up getting a bit of a walk out of it. So, anyone run a marathon? Yeah? What was your marathon? I don't want to embarrass you now. Marathon time?
5 hours.
Yeah? Cool. My first marathon was 5 hours 20. Cool. Anyone else? Marathons? Half marathons?
Yeah.
Halves? Roughly times?
Hour 40.
Cool. Hour 40.
I did the Edinburgh one in 6 hours. I was injured, so I hobbled for it.
So to give you a rough idea, when we do, now 100-mile runs, do our first marathon in about 3 hours 25, and then average about 4 hours 10 for the 4 marathons. So it kind of and I'm about an hour behind the guys that are winning it as well. So the one guy. One guy who has.
We can get his number.
Yeah. But it is quite crazy, and the distances, it's quite a young sport as such, so it really is kind of growing. People are getting quicker and quicker, and it's getting crazier and crazier. I'm sure there's more people like me that basically spend their whole lives not really talking to human beings and out training and whatnot with their training buddies. Anyway, my life all started when I actually used to have a proper job. So I refer to what I do now as not really being a proper job, because I love it. I wake up every morning, it's brilliant. I get to go out and train. I train other people. I'm a personal trainer to people that want to train for something specific or want to just get out and do a bit more exercise. But I used to be in the office 7 o'clock in the morning, which meant I was getting up at 5:15, running my nice 7 miles into the office. There was a period in the day when I'd sneak off for a nap, and and then I would run home in the evening and gym. So it is possible, guys. Like, you can fit this stuff into your lifestyles, but I'm just not saying you have to kind of take it to that level. How many people are members of gyms? Cool. So pretty much everyone member of a gym. When you go to the gym, I'm presuming girls, a little bit of cardio machine, kind of maybe a few weights here and there.
Depends how many men are in there.
Yeah, exactly. Men, it's a little bit of cardio machine, mostly weights perhaps, or most guys that hit the gym kind of hit the weights. Cool. Well, if you're going to try and fit going to the gym into a healthy lifestyle, probably the best thing you can do, whether you know, irrespective of gender, is get in there and do a little bit of both, or ultimately you can. She'll do her party trick in a minute, which is splash it everywhere.